I'm the first U.S. president and led the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War.
And as we ride in furtherance of the feast, I'm wanting to tell you what I am, the second U.S. president, and helped strengthen the U.S. Navy.
I am the third United States president. I'm the author of the Declaration of Independence.
I'm the fourth U.S. president. And I am the father of the U.S. Constitution.
Realize this, earning polecaster. I am the fifth president of the United States, establishing the Monroe Doctrine and the era of good feelings.
I am the sixth U.S. president. I was an infrastructure advocate and anti-slavery congressman.
I am the seventh U.S. president, expanding the executive powers while assisting in westward policies.
I was the eighth U.S. president, serving during the 1837 economic crisis, trying to reduce panic.
I was the ninth U.S. president, serving for a month, and was a major general in the U.S. Army.
I was the 10th U.S. president and helped purchase the great state of Texas.
I was the 11th President of the United States, serving during the Mexican-American War, a time of major territorial expansions.
I was the 12th U.S. President, a general in the U.S. Army, serving during the Mexican War. I died in the White House.
I was the 13th U.S. President, establishing the Compromise of 1850 and the Fugitive Slave Act.
I was the 14th U.S. President and helped establish the Kansas-Nebraska Act.
I was the 15th U.S. President, and I did my very best to prevent a civil war.
I was the 16th U.S. President, serving during the Civil War. I freed the slaves by Emancipation Proclamation.
I was the 17th U.S. President. I served during the reconstruction of our fine nation. Unfortunately, I was impeached.
I was the 18th United States President, a Civil War general, and I enforced the Reconstruction laws.
I was the 19th United States President, and the Reconstruction of America ended during my presidency.
I was the 20th U.S. president, a Civil War general, 9-term congressman, and battled political corruption.
The 21st U.S. president and established the Pendleton Act for civil service reform.
I was the 22nd and 24th U.S. president. I signed the Interstate Commerce Act of 1887. I served as the mayor of Buffalo and the governor of New York.
And commentaries. I was the 23rd U.S. president and established the Sherman Antitrust Act.
I was the 25th U.S. President, serving during the Spanish-American War, and oversaw the American expansionism.
I was the 26th U.S. President, overseeing progressive reforms, conservation, and the Panama Canal.
I was the 27th U.S. President. Afterwards, I became the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court.
I was the 28th U.S. President. I served during World War I and the League of Nations.
I was the 29th U.S. President. While historians may battle with my reputation, I still vowed to restore the United States like it was before the World War.
I was the 30th U.S. President. Many called me Silent Cal, but I helped usher economic growth in the 1920s.
I was the 31st U.S. President and served during the time of the Great Depression.
32nd U.S. President. I served during World War II, signed the New Deal, and was the longest-sitting president.
I was the 33rd U.S. President. I oversaw the end of World War II, the atomic bomb, and the Marshall Plan.
I was the 34th U.S. President, known for my Cold War leadership, the interstate highway system, and I wanted world peace.
I was the 35th U.S. President, a Navy veteran from World War II. I wanted to send a man to the moon and served during the Cuban Missile Crisis.
I was the 36th U.S. President. I signed the Civil Rights Act, and the Vietnam War escalated during my term.
I was the 37th United States President. I opened relations with China and resigned from office because of Watergate.